We are live. Who cares about basketball? Football. Football. That's right. We came on and talked. We'll talk basketball, but ain't much you can say about basketball, so we'll talk about football. Kentucky Rick. Why would you say that, Kentucky Rick? Are you still here, Kentucky Rick? Speak up. Nobody's gonna call for anybody's head the first season, dude. Come on, man. That's not gonna happen. Uh, who wants to talk about football? Will Stein will be in Lexington. All right. Come on home, brother. What's up, Julie? What's up? What's up? I decided, hey, who wants to talk football? We know we got basketball tonight. Yeah. Basketball is boring me, to be quite honest with you. As the notifications go out, I'll wait for some people to get on. I don't know what you're talking about, Kentucky Rick, if you're here. Speak up if you're here and we'll talk about it. But no, nobody's going to call for anybody's head the first year. He could win 2 games. That ain't going to. No, that's not really the question. We'll get into it as we get in here. I'm putting out a video. Well, you're just getting in here. If you're watching this back, putting out a video probably Monday, Tuesday, probably Monday. Can we use Indiana's blueprint to be good in football? That's the name of the video. And we're going to go over it because I'm in Indiana and I observed everything that's been going on. So Kentucky Rick is quick to call for a coach. Well, dude, they're not going to do it in the first damn year. I mean, come on, man. The first year? I mean, we're going to have to build. This is going to take time. It's going to take time. It's not basketball, but way more than 13 players. We need 85. That's not the question. The question is, are we going to spend money on football? I'll give you guys a sneak peek of my video if you watch this back. Curtis, what's up? Become national champions. I think they are going to be national champions, Curtis. I think Miami can make it a closer game, but man, going to be hard to beat that team. You'd have to now. They turn the ball over, but yeah, Indiana's probably going to win that game. So we'll talk about that, and I'm going to do a video on that. Are we? I'm still a Cats fan, even though Cutter left. Oh, okay, good. Well, thank you, Julie. Yeah, I mean, look, I was on Arizona. I think Arizona State. Julie's going to bring me on. I was on a small podcast. They were talking about Cutter Bowley, and they didn't know who he was. So I went on there and commented, and they said, "Hey, would you be willing to come on our podcast?" And I'm like, "Yeah." It's a little podcast with probably 700 or 800. I'm like, "Yeah." Cutter they didn't understand his stats and why he had 17 touchdowns and 15 interceptions, and I had to tell him, "Hey, listen, guys, we didn't have the best receivers, okay?" He was sometimes running for his life. But anyway, they got them a good player. Kentucky fan, are you worried that Stein's offense look? No, dude, no. What I'm worried about, look, we got to have a defense. This is more than about offense. People get hung up on offense, not you. People get hung up on one thing. We got to have Indiana. They have a defense, they have offense, they have a special team. We got to have all three. You can't win, and we got to have money. And I'm going to get into, when we get some people in here, I'm going to do a little preview of the video I'm putting out Monday. I made about a 16 or 17. I don't usually talk that long, but we're going to talk about how Indiana did it. His stats aren't real good on ESPN. Yeah, Julie, but you know what? I explained to the Arizona State people, look, there were extenuating circumstances, or however you say it. Yeah. So they understood. So anyway, now look, size offense. Look, dude, it's going to take time. We have the number 9 portal class. It doesn't matter. We only got right now 14. I hope Stein brings about 8 or 9, 10 people with him. That's what we need. We need 10 of Oregon's players to come, even if they're backups. We definitely need wide receivers. Grayton, defensive back, announced just a little while ago he's coming back. So at least we got some defensive players coming back. Jake, can you let us know when you do the Bully podcast? Yeah, I'll let you know. I'm getting with them. Just because they don't know anything about him, Arizona State. They don't understand. I said, dude, guys, he was a 4-star. You're good. He's a good pocket passer. Don't ask him to run. He can scramble. Yeah, so that was different. So I will do that. Julie, Indiana has the man. Yeah, well, they have the man, but look, guys, I'm going to tell you the secret. I've been sitting here for 2 years observing Indiana, okay? Just observing all the fans. I know everything that's going on because I listen to them talk. If you Sports Talk Jay just put out a video. They're tolerating losing in basketball. They took basketball and put it second to football. My question is, and I'm going to put it out on Monday, Would we ever take basketball and put it second to football like Indiana did and spend all their money on football because they don't care about the basketball team? Because say Will Stein, let's say we see that, oh my God, Will Stein, he's really good. Are we going to spend the money that it takes to win on football? I don't know if we ever would, guys. I got to be honest with you. Our fans love basketball. Is so convenient. It's only 2 hours. It's indoors. It's not. It's over if you go watch it with your friends. It isn't 4 hours like a football game. If the game starts late because the other game ran over. So yeah, would we ever put football over basketball? I don't know that we would do that, but that's what Indiana has done. And I've I've sat here and I've watched it for 2 years. They're going to tolerate losing in basketball for the next. If Signetti's not going to leave, by the way, I don't care who offers him a job because he's loyal, and they're going to pay him the money here. So they're going to make football a priority. Would we do that? What do you think, guys? You think we'd ever say, all right, listen, forget basketball. Okay, Mark Pope didn't work out. We're putting all our money in football. And you think we would do that? That's my question. I don't think we would. What's up, Michael? Michael, how you doing? I've known I've already done it. I know I've already done it. Okay, what did you do? I don't know what you did. Curtis, it's crazy how we're calling Final Four in UK basketball preseason. Yeah, we ain't going to Final Four, brother. I got some new people in here. Hello, new people. I'm Tom. This is Kentucky Football Nation. We'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. We can talk about basketball if you want. Probably not. I agree, Ronnie. Probably not. That's a good point. What did Kentucky rate? The offense wins games. Yes, correct. Yeah, Bear Bryant. Well, everybody said that. Yeah. You got to be able to stop somebody at the end of the day. Like we did this. All you that are older, like and went through Hal Mummy, Tim Couch, the air raid, guys, we were scoring 35 points a game. We were giving up 50 something. Whether you lose 16-13 to Texas or 56-35, does it really matter? It was more entertaining. That's what the media says. We want more entertaining. Okay, was it entertaining to get your ass kicked? Okay, it's more entertaining to get your ass kicked 56-30. I'll give you that. So I will give you that. Michael, football over basketball. I just don't know if we'll ever do it, guys. I just don't think Indiana, I have sat here and I watched them take basketball and they didn't want to. Their so many of their fans were like us. They didn't want to do it, but now they do because they saw after last year, hey, we got something here. He does not listen, guys. Sports Talk Jay gave you the stats, and I'm going to give them to you. They didn't take any high school players. Football's about to change. They were ranked 49th in the high school classes. They had 1 4-star, all 3 stars. Indiana took players from smaller schools to be their backups. And they don't take that many high school players. So you know what? High school players, people are going to do it like Indiana, Lane Kiffin's doing it. They're going to buy a team every year because you don't have time to wait for high school people. You're going to pay a high school player millions of dollars to sit on the bench in football? Or are you going to go get somebody from Murray State or Kent State, somebody that's really good that's played 2 years? Everybody's going to change. So just watch this happen. If you try and be good at 2 sports, you're going to be average in both of them. That's my prediction. Now, there's Alabama. All right, they got a good football and decent. Maybe they could do. It's not going to be done, guys. You got to pick one. And I just don't know that we'll pick football. I'm going to read what you guys. We can't even win the NIT and basketball. That's true, Curtis. Michael, football, yes. Jake, put some money on Mississippi State tonight. I already did it. I already put us there. Not going to be by that much. But you know what they do? Mississippi State leads the SEC in fouls. They put somebody on the foul line 50 times this year. So they foul a lot. Maybe we'll get lucky. And football needs to be our main focus. I agree, Michael. I just don't think it will. Yeah, you can't build a Walmart team, Julie. Ronnie, with so many wide receivers leaving, do you think Stein? Well, that's the answer, Ronnie, is I think he's bringing some people with him. I'm hoping he's bringing like 10 or 11 people, 12 people. We need offensive linemen. We need wide receivers. We need another running back. Look, we have the 9th ranked portal class if you're just getting in here. So what? It's only 14 players. I mean, we need way more. I mean, if you want to win at football, you gotta have 85 of the bit like Kurt Signetti's done it. So I don't think we'll ever put football over basketball like Indiana has done. And I've sit here in amazement because I didn't think they'd do it. I thought, oh, they're not going to spend money. They're going to demand basketball. No, they're not. So I will give it up to Indiana fans. They will tolerate As long as you're winning, they're going to tolerate basketball being mediocre, is what they're going to do. And they're going to turn into a football school for a while. Now, how long? I don't know. But that's how they're done it. Have they done it? Marlon Marlowe, 75 years, been a Kentucky fan. Well, then you've seen it all, brother. I've seen a lot. I'm 60. 10 in one season. Yep. Basketball fan. Yep. Yeah, it keeps getting worse. Look, because you know why it keeps getting worse? Because we're trying to be good in two sports. You can't split your money. You can't do it. Mark Stoops, they set Mark Stoops up to fail. They wanted him gone. I get it. But then you don't give him any players and he wins 5 games. Damn, if he would have won 6, hell, he should have been coach of the year. They didn't give him any money. They're never going to show you how much money he gave. They didn't give him shit. We're always going to be in the bottom third of football spending. And I just don't know if you can consistently. Now, maybe one year, could you get lucky one year? Yeah, you could get lightning in a bottle one year, but you're going to do it multiple years, spending, the bottom third of the SEC. It's just not going to happen. Basketball was invented to keep football players in shape. Well, basketball has been sort of a bridge. Football's been a bridge to basketball. And for Kentucky fans, like who said, Martin Marlowe, you're 75. Football's always been a bridge to basketball season. You can't do that. It can't be entertainment bridge. Look, we're either going to win or we're not. Now players are expensive. Basketball players are expensive. We spent $20 million on our roster. We might not even make the tournament. I mean, imagine if we would took that money and spent some of that money and spent it in football. I mean, I don't know, guys. Kentucky fan, how much money the football program get? I don't know because they won't give you the numbers. But I can tell you they split it. If you add it up, it's about 50-50 or 60-40. So yeah. Nobody in the SEC spent $20 million on a basketball team, not even Arkansas. Arkansas might be the only other school that will go all in on basketball and us. Other than that, they've already told Nate Oates and they already told Florida's coach, Todd Golden, hey, dude, we're getting ready to spend money on football. Have a nice year. That's why you're seeing Florida struggle. That's why we got Aberdeen. They're going, look, everybody's going, you got to go all in on football if you're going to win. You can't half-ass a Walmart team in this, not in the Big Ten and the SEC. You can't do it. That's all I'm saying. I just want to know, to our administration, if anybody's watching, nobody's from UK is watching this, dude. You got to pick one. I don't think our fans will pick football ever. That's just my opinion. I hope I'm wrong. Inspector Gadget, OSU is developing a similar model. Everybody, to JMI, I saw that. Look, with Kurt Signetti succeeding like this without high school players, and he used the portal exclusively, everybody's going to use the portal now. You're either going to spend the money or you're going to suffer because you don't have time to let high school kids, the sun's coming on, let high school kids sit on the bench taking up all your money when you could have got players that have experience from smaller schools. Gardner Webb, we just signed a guy from Gardner Webb, Western Carolina. Well, they're not, at least they're experienced, Ronnie, 85 players. Yeah, that's it. 13 players versus 85. The problem is if you're trying to get 13 really good basketball players like we did, and you're going to pay them all $1 million, $2 million and make it $20 million, that's a lot. That's a lot of good football players. Boosters will be closing their wallets. I don't know, Rick. We'll see. And we keep saying that every year, but there's people that love basketball so much they will give. They might close their wallet until we get another coach. Look, we're going to have to choose. That's all I'm saying. I prefer football, Kentucky fan. We're in the minority, brother. Julie, hit the like button. Thank you. Number 7. Thank you, Julie. Yes, I'm reading back. Stoops would still have his job. Sure he would. Michael, sure he would. If you gave him the players, sure he would. If you could have got better players than what he had. I mean, damn near won 6 games with, I bet you we were last or next to last in NIL. That's what we were. That's why they said we're not releasing the numbers. They're never going to. One day it's going to come out what we spent on that team, and you're going to be like, "What the fuck were we doing?" Well, we wanted a new coach, so we set his ass up. Okay, we need exciting. I keep hearing he's exciting. We need exciting. We're about to get exciting. So if you lose, it's not really exciting when you lose. I just want us to win. So, what's up, Jared? What's going on, man? Come on in, brother. Who wants to talk basketball? I mean, we'll talk basketball, but I wanted to come on and talk about football. Will Stein's probably in Lexington at least by tomorrow. So Monday. Look, the portal's open to what? Next Saturday at midnight. The portal closes next Saturday at midnight. Look, we're gonna find out this week. We're gonna be signing because we got what 14 players. One's a high school player. So yeah, we're gonna have to sign 14 more. I mean, look, don't expect a lot this year. Look, we're not going to jump up with our schedule and start winning 6 or 7. It's not happening. It's not happening. Not with these players. I'm looking. I mean, look, we got a bunch of players who haven't played. Offensive lineman Alabama hasn't played. Offensive lineman Tennessee redshirt hasn't played. Okay, we are not going to jump up and win 6 or 7 games. It ain't happening. Okay, defensively, we don't have. I mean, don't get me started on the defense. UK basketball gives me heartburn. Yes. Oh, what's up, lady bass player? How you doing? Just came on to talk about football or basketball, basically football. Jared, you can be optimistic, but be realistic. Yeah, because he's not gonna look. If we only win 2 or 3 games the first year, we got to build this thing and figure out. He's got to figure out how he's going to do it. It's going to take. We're not going to jump up like Indiana and do it in 1 year. Okay, because we're not going to spend $20 million on basketball, $22 million. We ain't got the money to do that. So, I mean, they got more money, obviously. Yes, our schedule is brutal, Ron. Yes, we ain't going to Texas A&M, Oklahoma, Alabama. We're not going to do that. Okay, we're going to score some points like Hal Mummy. We're going to have some exciting games, and we're going to get beat, 49-31, whatever. So it'll be exciting. Everybody can say, well, the game atmosphere was better if they play better music. For God's sakes, I sure as the hell hope they play that fucking Waka Flocka song or whatever it is people keep talking about. The atmosphere at the game is bad. Everybody wants to hear some damn music. Go to the fucking club if you want to hear music. That's the way. I'm an old guy, a mean old man. Yeah. I don't care about no music. Let's just win a game. That would make me excited. I'm disappointed in basketball, lady bass player. You and everybody else. The question is, are we going to spend money on football? Or are we going to spend money on basketball? Because if you're just getting in here, I'm Tom. This is Kentucky Football Nation. If you're from Louisville or no school, Indiana, I'm in Indiana. For all those of you who don't know, I'm enjoying watching people be happy because God knows what I ain't. Watching our basketball team, people here are happy because they took basketball and they put it second to football. That's what we would have to do to win, guys. We'd have to make football the priority, not basketball. IU fans are tolerating it. I've sat here for 2 years and I've talked to them and I've watched them. They are tolerating being a middle of the road basketball team because they know they got something special in football. And if we see something we got special in Will Stein, will we do the same thing? That would be my question. Would Kentucky fans tolerate us being a middle of the road SEC team and not going to the Sweet 16? And I just don't know if they would. King Ebenezer Bama still spends money on football. Yep, but they're going to have to spend more. Okay, obviously, as you saw, they spend money on football, and they did okay. It was questionable whether they should have got in. But yeah, their basketball team, they are an exception. I don't think their basketball team is going to win. They didn't spend $20 million on their basketball team. Look, we have 13 players. If you have 5 good basketball players and 8 decent backups, you can get away with a $5 or $6 million team, guys. If you know how to choose players and you know what, and you're a good coach. Nate Oates, their basketball roster is not that expensive. I mean, because he knows how to coach and they know how to play. Now, I don't know if Alabama will go to the Final Four in basketball. Yeah, we want our team to go to the Final. That's what we want. We want Final Four every year. So that's a little different. But there are exceptions, but not many. Are you in? I am in Evansville, Indiana, right across the river. Nice town. I've been around. All these Notre Dame fans flip to IU fans real quick. I always, if my IU buddies are watching, I never saw an IU football jersey for 30 years. All I saw were Notre Dame jerseys, and all of a sudden now I don't see one Notre Dame jersey. So hell, I jumped on the bandwagon. I'm gonna put on some candy stripe pants if they win, which I don't have any. But you know what? I hope they win just so I like to see people happy, and my guys at work are happy, and everybody is happy. I work at the airport in Evansville. You know how many people flew out yesterday with little girls with cheerleading outfits on? We actually hired a musician to come back and play music for people getting on the flights going to the West Coast the last 2 or 3 days. So we took that as marketing, and our marketing director smartly used that. So I'm watching people fly out, and they're so happy. I mean, man, it's a beautiful thing to see. It's beautiful. Mendoza's a great kid. Yes, he is. I can't see the name there. 54-17, talking about Russian kicker. Yeah, we're still looking for a Russian punter. There's got to be one somewhere. I hope IU wins. I do too. It would be great. It'd be a great story. Look, man, take the rivalry shit out of this. If it's Louisville, Indiana, Kentucky, whatever, even when you're a rival, Tennessee, look, man, when a story like this happens, you got to be happy about it. I mean, you can't put that aside. JQ has a swollen knee. Well, that's not good. I heard he had the flu. There's a rumor that he has the flu, and there's a rumor that he has a knee injury. They haven't said, so I don't know. The soccer team. No, I wouldn't watch soccer, King Ebenezer. Have we checked this out? Oh, you mean for the kicker? Well, I mean, we need, it's being reported. Well, if it's being reported, then his knee's swollen. You know what? The more games we lose, it's going to be a lot more swollen, right? If you're going to the NBA, why the hell are you going to kill yourself for guys that don't even care? I mean, Cam Williams' dad was on Loyal BBN. He said the team still likes one another, and they're still trying. Okay. Jared, I think we'll surprise some folks the first season. We ain't getting 6 wins, brother. You tell me where they're coming from. Look at our roster right now. We don't even have players. I mean, now if we get some players, but look, the quarterback hasn't played. A lot of players we're getting haven't even played. They haven't bench players. I mean, that's nice, but no, we ain't gonna win 6 games with our schedule. And that would be, if he wins 6 games, he should be college football coach of the year. Because you look at our schedule and tell me, other than the 2 non-cons, where are those wins coming from? I mean, we could get a couple, but not 6. Kentucky fan. I hope I'm wrong. I think Jaden Quinn does not want to play for Mark Pope. I think he's looking out for his own interests. I think if I was his agent and his parents, I would say, hey, dude, look, he doesn't need to hurt his knee. He's going in the NBA draft. I mean, I think, I don't know what's going to happen, guys. Hey, Wildcat Highlights, what's up, man? We're just sitting here talking football, basketball. Could we ever become Indiana and tolerate putting football over basketball? I just don't think we'll ever do it. I think Bear Bryant knew something in 1951. I think he was like, you know what? 53 or whatever year he left. I have a Bear Bryant video in my archives, guys. Go back and watch it. We go over the history of why he left, how he knew this was a basketball school. And yeah, go back in my archives and watch my Bear Bryant video. And if you're new, I have basketball section on my channel, have football section. I go over the IU Kentucky rivalry. We were the 2 worst teams in football. We were in the 90s and 80s playing one another. It was awful. We played a game that was 3-0. The worst football game I ever listened to, because I sure as hell didn't watch that back on tape delay. But no, congratulations, Indiana. Inspector Gadget, have you seen the latest on Levitt? No, I don't even care where he goes now, Inspector Gadget. Yeah, he's going to look. Arizona State podcast might have me on because they didn't know anything about Cutter Boley, and I had to go on there and tell them, okay, guys, don't look at the numbers, okay? Cutter Boley is a good pocket passer. So, but yeah, Levitt, I don't know about him. A Cadillac killed UK football. All right, well, Ronnie, I don't know what killed it, but it's not dead, but money killed it. It's always about money, guys. But would we ever, forego spending money on basketball like Indiana did? I don't think we're going to do it, guys. And it's not fair to Will Stein. It's not fair to Mark Stoops. It's not fair to Will Stein. The guy can't work miracles. You either get the guy the players and you fill out the 85 scholarships and get the best 85 players you can, or you don't, or you lose. Now, we could get lucky and have one good year, maybe a catch lightning in a bottle 1 or 2 years, but we're not going to be consistent with it. So as long as UK is in the SEC, evokes a money deal. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we're not leaving the SEC. I think people say we should leave the SEC. We're not leaving the SEC. Ronnie, a dealership wouldn't give Bear a free Cadillac. Oh, yeah. No. Well, what happened was, if you listen to the story it was told, Bear Bryant won that bowl game, which he won the national championship, and Adolph Rupp won the national championship. They gave Adolph Rupp a Chevy sedan. They gave Bear Bryant a pocket watch. Okay. That I'm not going to spoil the story for you, Go on my video and I retell you the story because Bear Bryant came on Adolph Rupp's last coaches show. Go watch my video and listen to what was said on that show. It was a good video. Yeah, it was a pocket watch. And go on, I'll tell you this. It's on my story. It's on my video. He came on 1972, Rupp's last coaches show, and they liked one another. Okay, Bear Bryant he understood what the deal was at Kentucky. He understood it's a basketball school. I get it. He didn't like it. We don't like it. A lot of us don't like it. We wish it would change, but I don't think it's gonna. I simply don't think Bama will be as good, Jared. In football, well, it depends on how much money they spend. Florida's already told Todd Golden, hey man, Auburn's already told their what's his name's coach. The reason Bruce Pearl's son is coach is because he's cheap. Everybody's going in all on basketball, except for Kentucky and Arkansas. I don't know if Arkansas will. Everybody else, but we're always going to be in the bottom third. We're always going to be somewhere between 12 and 16th in spending on football. Not going to be able to. You just can't do it. Going against Texas A&M, man, it's just going to be hard. Tennessee, Florida. I mean, we should have got 5 really good basketball players, paid money like everybody else. Get 5, kind of expensive players, and then get 8 backup players. But no, we went for 13, the most expensive. I say the most expensive, pretty expensive players, and it backfired on us. So, but no, the first year, look, Will Stein cannot work miracles. We are not going to jump up and be good the first year. If we are with these players on this roster who haven't played, I mean, look, they haven't played. Maybe they are all world. Maybe this guy that played on special teams for Alabama, the offensive lineman, maybe he's good. Maybe the guy that Josh Heupel redshirted, maybe he's a good offensive lineman. Maybe Minshie's a decent quarterback. But, yeah, we got to fill out this roster, guys. Gardner Webb. I mean, I'm sure the Western Carolina good quarterback is good. He hadn't played. The guy from Gardner Webb's edge rusher, he's pretty good. But, yeah, the running back from Oklahoma, he didn't play last year because he had a hurt foot. Is his foot okay? I'm going to say it is. We signed him. But, yeah, the wide receiver. Look, guys, we've only got one wide receiver out of the portal from UAB, and he's not really that good, to be honest with you. I mean, he's okay. He's a backup. He had 18 receptions, okay? So, yeah, we need players all over the place. We got to have backups. So, yeah. How are we favored by? Well, because I'll tell you why we're favored by 10.5. Mississippi State fouls a lot. I think they average putting their opponent on the line something like 20-plus times. So they fouled 50 times in a game a couple of games ago in the SEC. Well, maybe it's before the SEC. They foul. Okay, they're one of the foulingest teams in the nation. I think that's what it is. If we hit our foul shots, we should win this game, guys. Just by hitting they foul everybody. So, yeah, I mean, I forgot who was. I think Matt Jones was talking about that. So, yeah, I don't know, but I already bet them to cover. They might not. If we fire Mitch, fire Mitch. Look, guys, I don't think Mitch makes the final decision on what we spend. I don't know who does spend our available monies, NIL, all that money on that goes to sports. I don't know who decides that. Somebody would have to say, listen, we're going to spend money on football and we're going to back off on basketball. I don't know who that would be. If it would be Mitch Barnhart or the president or that board or the NIL board. So I don't know who would make that decision. But that's what Indiana did. And they're tolerating not having a good basketball team. And I never thought I would see that. And I certainly don't think I would see us do it. But they are. And I'm sitting here in amazement as they tolerate taking that basketball chip and putting it under the football and putting all their chips in on most of their chips in on football. So yeah, Mike, hot dice, IU 2 4-stars. Yeah, that Sports Talk James we were talking about that earlier. They were 48th in high school recruiting. They only had 1 4-star, all 3 stars. They're not going to get high school players. They're going to get experienced players that have played from smaller schools, because high school players are going to sit on your bench and take up all your money. If you give a high school kid $1 million, let's say $1 million, and he's not going to start his freshman year, so you just took up $1 million. Kurt Signetti has reinvented the wheel. He's going to get players from, like we did, from Gardner Webb, who have played for a couple of years and coach them up. So he's just changed. Lane Kiffin, the model's changed, guys. High school players are going to suffer for this. They are not going to make as much money. Now, Van Hiles pitched an idea that maybe we should reverse it and do high school players since they're now going to be cheaper. Well, in order to do that, we'd have to go through a couple losing seasons. And I don't know if our fan base could tolerate it. Yeah, so I don't know, guys. I don't know how we're going to do it. Don't know. Prediction for tonight. Julie, I have no idea who's going to start tonight. Mark Pope. Look. So we're missing JQ. I imagine Garrison will start instead of JQ. And we'll go with Lowe and Owe and Diabate and whoever else, and then Garrison. So they'll spend the money. Doesn't mean players will work out. Yeah, that never means they'll work out. It's just Cignetti knows what he's doing, and he demands, not ask. Look, man, you think it's a coincidence that all four of the coaches in the last four games are Nick Saban disciples? Nick Saban's tree. Nick Saban don't play. Nick Saban coached for Bill Parcells and Bill Belichick. He was under Belichick and Parcells. That's where Nick Saban. They don't play. None of those people. Kurt Cignetti doesn't play. If you don't do what you say, all right, I sign you for 1 year. Get your ass out of here. Kurt Cignetti is not. It's not up for debate on whether you will perform. You will perform or you'll be gone, because he's only got you for 1 year, and he's not going to spend a lot of money on backups. He's going to get the backups he needs, but he's going to be thrifty about it. And they'll take some high school players. They had the 49th ranked high school class. Miami was 15. So all those people, no more high school players, guys. He's changed the game. Sports Talk Jay did a real good video on that last night. Shout out to Sports Talk Jay. If that's the case, correct. Mike, you just got it, brother. Mike Hot Dice. In that case, anyone can be the next IU. That is correct. Anyone. That means that you got to spend the money. That's the key. You got to take basketball and put it under football. Just don't think we'll ever do it. Somebody's going to have to make that call above us. So I don't know. Jared, I think Bama's running off Saban fumes. Yeah, they are. His name. Julie, sorry, everyone. I can't do Chandler. Well, look, Chandler almost won. I will say this. Damn near won the game for us because he blocked that. They threw a home run pass, and he blocked that dude's shot. He did make a good play at the end of the game. I mean, they're getting on to him about that kid. And I didn't like Mark Pope joking about suicide, if you guys didn't see that. Suicide joking, the Lexington Herald leader. I know he was just joking, man, but don't say shit like that. Like I said, I never understand what the hell that guy's saying. I cannot understand. Now, he did talk right after that last game. We lost to Missouri. He talked properly. But before that, I never understand what he's talking about. I just don't. I can't comprehend sometimes the way he speaks. Why is Jelovic not playing? You know what, Kentucky fan? That's a good question. Why isn't Jasper Johnson playing? Jasper Johnson's going to leave, by the way. He's going to go to Alabama, probably. But yeah, why isn't Jelovic playing? Got to be a reason. Got to be a reason. Maybe he said, I don't want to play. I don't know. I don't know. Is JQ's knee hurt? Or is he, I wouldn't play if my knee was sore. But maybe, I'm sure it is swelling. So I don't know, guys. Like I said, that's a good question, Kentucky fan. I don't know why Jelovic's not playing. And was that Bama years ago? Yes. Kurt Cignetti was under Nick Saban years ago. Yeah. Yes. So were the other Miami's coach and Shannon Dawson, our offensive coordinator, who sucked the year he was here, is in the national championship game. So there you go. No, I don't think you can leave mid-season, Jake. Yeah, you can't leave. That's not the rules. You can't leave. Now, you could leave the school, but you ain't going to go play. No, you can't leave mid-season and go play somewhere else. That's why this is the flaw. You get paid your money no matter what, okay? I don't have to play hard. I'm going to get my money. Mo Diabate, whoever, you look at our team right now, Jay, they don't have to play hard. They guaranteed money. It's not based off performance. You get that money no matter what. So when we overpaid for Aberdeen and those guys, it's costing us. So I don't know, Wildcat. I think JQ wants to ruin his draft. I agree. He doesn't want to ruin his draft stock. I agree. That's fair, man. Your knee, if his knee, I wouldn't. This team might not make the tournament, guys. Are you going to risk injury in a multi-million-dollar career to try to go to the NIT? No. I mean, that's probably true. Yeah, but no, Jasper won't. Nobody will leave mid-season. I mean, he could leave the team, but he ain't gonna play for anybody. He might as well just look. He's getting paid. He wouldn't get his money if he left. He'd get half his money. So no, he's gonna stay. I think they probably gave that kid. They probably gave that kid. He was one of the best players in Kentucky. They probably gave him $1 million or close to that. No, he's gonna stay and be unhappy and get his money and go to Alabama. So but anyway, guys, yes, if you're in here, I'm Tom, this is Kentucky Football Nation. Will Stein's coming to Lexington. If you're from another team, shout it out. We'll talk Indiana, Tennessee, Louisville. We'll talk anything here. Everybody's happy about Indiana. If you're just getting in here, I live in Indiana, right across the river in Evansville. I have observed what's going on with Indiana for the last 2 years, and it's miraculous. It's a good story. But they put football ahead of basketball. And that's what we would have to do if we want to be the next Indiana. We would have to take basketball like they did. They are tolerating, if you're just getting in here, they're tolerating being bad in basketball because they're good in football. Could we do that? That's my question. I'm putting a video out on Monday. I'll go a little more in depth on it. But yeah, I don't know if we could. UK shoots the three at what percentage? Well, let's see. We were shooting against quad one teams. We were shooting 20-25%. The last game we shot a little better. I don't know what the overall percentage is, Julie, but we can't make more than probably 8 or 9 a game consistently. There'll be games. I think we made 7 of 16. I don't know what we're shooting, but shooting the three ain't going to help us. I don't think. Michigan lost at home. Did they? Well, Benjamin, that's basketball. I mean, if they just lost one game, who they lose to? I mean, everybody's going to lose. Look, I don't think there's going to be Indiana. If they go undefeated, they were undefeated, the last undefeated team in basketball, 1976. Now, there was no three-point line. There was no shot clock. You could hold the ball. You get your foul shots, you win. Yeah, UCLA was undefeated multiple times. But I don't think there's going to be any undefeated teams in this era. We had a shot at it in 2015, but we didn't get it. Wisconsin beat them. I mean, look, it's a Big Ten game. Can our players do a head fake, Julie? Oh, you mean to draw a foul? No, I don't know, Julie. I don't think they can. Nobody I was talking about this. Nobody with other fans from IU. Nobody in basketball has post moves because nobody throws the ball in to the post and expects them to do anything except throw it back out. It's just like the NBA. No defense, shoot threes. I mean, and we can't shoot threes. Ethan, our players can't even pass. Well, yeah, I mean, the out of bounds play was bad at the end. Look, I don't know, guys. Yeah, look, like I said, if we want to be Indiana football, we'd have to put basketball. And if we see that Will Stein is special, and I'm just saying as a hypothetical, Mark Pope is not, that would be the prime time to flip the switch. The question is, would we do it? And I just don't think we would. I think our fans love basketball so much that they wouldn't do it. It surprised me that Indiana did it. I didn't think it would. I didn't think they, after last year, I thought, well, that's 1 year. They're not going to, no, they don't care right now about basketball. That's what we would have to do. There's your blueprint. So, Michael, UK should play everyone. Play everyone in basketball, you mean? I think we do play everyone. Oh, you mean, the lineup, play everyone. Oh, got you. The lineup. Well, I mean, at this point, yeah. What the hell are you going to do, lose? I mean, I don't know what I would do with. Look, I got to be honest with you. I don't know who I'd play. It confuses me. Jasper, Chandler, play them at all. The problem is if you're new, 3 of our players, Garrison, Noah, and Chandler, did not get better. Worse the second year than they were. You can't do that, or at least stay the same. They never got any better, and that hurts us. Trent Noah cannot be on the floor because he cannot guard anybody. Because now they have tape on you, so they know, oh shit, those guys can't play defense. When they throw the ball to Noah, just guard him on the 3-point line and let him go inside. He can't guard anybody, so he can't be on the floor if you can't hit shots. If they screw up, jerk them out, man, he'd be jerking everybody out, Mike. Sometimes it's the coach, guys. Sometimes it's the coach. That's all I'm going to say. We have no interior defense, guys. We gave up 40 points in the paint to Missouri. 40. Their leading scorers were their two big guys. Why would you give up 40 points in the paint? Sometimes it's coaching. Jake, Kentucky basketball hasn't been the gold standard. Oh, yeah. It's been 10 years since we were the gold standard, dude. 10. Well, 8 or 9 at least. And now, money. You got to pick a sport, guys. If you're just getting in here, you got to pick a sport. You cannot be good. If we try to be good at basketball and football, we're going to be average at both, at best. Now, every once in a while, we'll have a good year in football and basketball. We would catch lightning in a bottle and do something. But if you try and be good in two sports, you're probably going to be average in both. You could be better than average. Alabama pulled it off. Maybe this year they'll do good in basketball, and they made it to the playoffs, but you're not going to consistently win. So I don't know what to say except it's all about money. I thought the defense was better too, Ethan. Yeah, well, the defense was better. I'll give that. Jane Quayton said yes. Garrison was smiling. We got some guys, but we got guys who can't score. We got so many. Only 2 guys can get over 10 points consistently. Okay, Oway and Lowe. Other than that, everybody gets 7 points. Cam Williams. No offense to Cam Williams. You play that many minutes and you get 8 points. 8. I mean, look, man. We don't have the scores. He overcorrected to defense. So I don't know. The players need to be embarrassed. You making that much money, Mike, you can only be so embarrassed if you're a millionaire. Ethan can't move or dribble the ball. Yeah. I mean, look, Jalen Lowe's our only creator of offense. He's the only guy. Jasper Johnson can create a shot, but they're not letting him play. And I'm sure we'll probably see Jasper. Surely the guy will see Jasper. Why isn't Jelovic playing at all? Why aren't they playing a couple of minutes? There's something going on here, guys. Something going on. We don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. You tell me Jelovic was playing, he was playing, 10 to 12 minutes a game, and all of a sudden he went to 0? Why? Why? Because maybe because we're losing. Other than because we're losing, I mean, at least he can, but, he struggled too, so I don't know the answer. Too much one-on-one, yep. And Julie, your prayers are needed for Pope. And, look, I just want him to coach better. Cats lose tonight, Benjamin. That's not a bold. That's a bold prediction. Benjamin makes a bold prediction. The Cats lose tonight. I think Mississippi State fouls so much. If we hit our free throws, we'll win this game. If we hit under 70% on free throws, we probably will lose this game. They foul a lot. They fouled somebody 50 times the other couple weeks ago. So yeah, they put you on the line. They foul you. So if Mark Pope, surely he's going to see that on film. And just go to the basket and get fouled. Surely we can do that right. Ethan, no one trying to get open. Yeah, I mean, we can't play the 5-out Zoom action. Can't play that. Okay, you can't stand around the outside and try to, when 1 or 2 people, I mean, you're supposed to have movement and cutting, but it just wasn't working. So I don't know. Hey, what's up, Brian Murphy? Focus resources on football, period. I would agree. If Will Stein shows promise, that's exactly what we should do. Brian, I just don't think we ever will. Indiana's done it, guys. I live in Indiana. I've watched this. I watched older fans who know more than I do and younger fans, and they allowed the football team to pass up the basketball team. Would we do that, our fan base? I don't know if we would, guys. Goes all the way back to Bear Bryant, Adolph Rupp. I have a video in my archives if you're just getting in here. Adolph Rupp and Bear Bryant video. I tell you the history of what happened there. History repeats itself. Go watch that video. History repeats itself. Watch Mississippi State has 50 points at the half. Kentucky fan. Well, they got the one big guy. If they have 50 points at the half, you can turn it off and go to bed. Well, don't go to bed. It's early. Yes, 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central. Correct. Wildcat highlights. We need to rebound better. Yes, yeah. Points in the paint is what we're getting killed on. I mean, people just do lobs, and we have no interior. I've never seen an interior defense that bad. Foul somebody, straight line drive right in your face, lob. At the end of the game, our guys were looking, and a guy went behind it, just lobbed and dunked it. A damn highlight dunk off of a lob. Come on, man. No interior. We can't give up 40 points in the paint every game. Mississippi State's got some big guys. So, okay, Brian, now you might be onto something. The younger fans might choose football over basketball. Maybe, but there's so many older fans. And the older fans pay the tickets to go to Rupp Arena and pay the money. That's the problem. Younger fans would have to start laying down money. I mean, it could happen. It could. I hope it does. They need to do everything better, Benjamin. Yes, they need to be coached better. Is what they need to do. They need to be coached better. It all starts with coaching, guys. All starts with coaching. Pontoski play baseball? I don't think so, Ronnie. I think he's gonna come and do both. Now, if they draft him, I don't think he's gonna be a NFL. And if he's a major league high round draft pick, but if he's not, and I don't think he will be. If he doesn't come, then we'll get some other people. We got that Ward kid and another quarterback I'm missing besides Minchie. So on the UK page. He'll be on. He comes. It'll be the summer roster. You'll see him in the summer when we get to summer camp. He's on the recruits, right? Or is he a senior this year? Is he a junior? I don't know. You know what? Now I lost track of my mind. He's ours. He should be coming in the fall. Chester Marco. As bad as Oregon's offense looked because they turned the ball over in the red zone and threw a pick six. Yeah. I mean, look, the offense got more yards than Indiana. If you look at the stats, their offense wasn't that bad. They just turned the ball over. So, yeah, can't turn the ball over, Oregon's offense. Yeah, they did good on IU. Points, yes, they did that first game, but they got beat 30-20. Same thing. Indiana had a pick six on them that game. So, yeah, they basically scored 2 touchdowns on Indiana both times. So, yeah, for Miami to beat Indiana, that would be a shocker. Okay. Because Miami's defense is good as Indiana's, but Indiana's offense is just so good. I don't know. No, I don't know 55, Julie, but I think Miami can keep it can be closer because their defense will get pressure on the quarterback, but we'll see. Not yet, Brian. IU defense underrated. Well, it shouldn't be, Benjamin. It shouldn't be underrated. See, they have an offense, they have a defense, and they have special teams. Wow. And they're winning because they're good in all 3 phases of the game. And they spent money on it. Imagine that. Like somebody said, any team could do that. Yeah, we could do that if we spent the money and we allocated the resources away from basketball to football, like they have done, because that's how they did it. Make no mistake about it. Nobody cares about basketball right now. I'm sitting here in India. I can tell you right now, they ain't even talking about that. Don't even care. Don't even care right now. So, well, kind of like us, except they're still 12-3, even though they lost to us. Chester underrated. Yeah. I mean, they're not underrated in my opinion. Texas Tech had the number 3 defense. Yeah. You look, we got to have a defense. If you're just getting in here, we say it all the time. We ran the spread offense in the 1990s. Tim Couch, Jared Lorenzen, we couldn't stop anybody. Best record we had was 7-5. Tim Couch damn near won the Heisman at 7-5 because we couldn't stop anybody, because we didn't spend money on the football team. We spent it on offense, but we didn't spend it on defense. And yeah, right now our roster is, it's a skeleton crew right now. So the portal closes next Saturday at midnight, I think. I hope he's bringing about 10 or 11 people with him from Oregon. So we got to sign some people quick. Stein can be really successful. He could be. He could be, Brian. He has potential. He's never been a head coach. So let's back up a second. I know he's an offensive guru, but he had never been a head coach. That's a whole different deal. Now you got to deal with everything that the head coach has to deal with. I think he can do it, but we'll see. We thought Mark Pope could do it. So I think he can. Julie, IU football is stellar. Yeah, they're in a national championship game. 10-4. I didn't catch that conversation. Does Mark Pope like his job? He made that comment, that joke about being in bed and thinking about suicide, just jokingly. But look, the problem is he played here. He was captain of the national. You know how much pressure's on you when you played there and you're captain of the national championship team and you're about to miss the tournament. You know how I can't even imagine how that would make you feel. How much pressure you'd be under. He can't be happy. I mean, it's physically and mentally impossible. Your body's going to be, man, your body's going to be tensed up. I hope. Ronnie, can you give your opinion on assistant coaches? Oh, you mean for football? Yeah, I can give you our. I like. Yeah, the dude from Texas A&M is really good. Sloan is our offensive coordinator, and Bateman. So Bateman at Texas A&M, stellar. We're going to play a 4-2-5. I have a video on the 4-2-5. The defense we're going to play. I'm not perfect at drawing it up, but go look at my 4-2-5 defensive video on my archives. We're going to be good at defense when we get the players. Texas A&M led the nation in sacks. Okay, so yeah, as far as the offensive coordinator, he'll be an assistant offensive coordinator because Will Stein's going to be the offensive coordinator. So I like who we got so far. Hey, what's up? Hey, look who's here. CJ, is that you? What's up, man? CJ's here. Yep. Man, I hope your brother, I'm glad your brother stayed, man. I'm glad Sam Green's brother's in here, by the way. Shout out to Chili with Chase. Look, man, we're glad Sam Green stayed because I thought, oh, man, please don't let him leave. 4-2-5. We need to. He's going to be good in this. He'll be good in this defense, CJ. Trust me. Bateman's a good coordinator. So we're glad. Why they have gotten, yes, defensive line safeties. Correct. You don't need big guys. You're not getting linebackers that are 250 to stop the run. No, you're getting hybrids. Ty Bryant was the key to our defense because the most important player on the defense is the rover. Go back and watch my defense if you want to know what a rover is. My 4-2-5 defense. The guy playing on the back end kind of did a I can't remember who we lost, but yeah, he's the rover. He's roving around. He's the most important. He has to be your best athlete. So Ty Bryant will probably play the rover position on the back end, and that's important. Julie, Tom, do you have a number on what football players did not leave? No, I don't have a number, but it wasn't many. A bunch left. They've got it on there. Way more left than did. I think we kept 8 and lost 20, something like that. The bad one was Cam Miller, guys, and losing Quisenberry, losing those receivers. DJ Miller is the only receiver we got right now. I didn't care about Harley Gilmore. But, yeah, losing those receivers, losing Cam Miller, I thought was a mistake. I thought maybe he just didn't want to be here. I don't even know where he's going, so he's still in the portal. Yeah. Stray. Okay, now Darren Stray, that offensive lineman, guys, that hurt. That guy was a big dude. Now, he was 6'7", but he was light. They redshirted and put some weight on him. Michigan, I think, right? Or whatever state. He was one of the best offensive linemen in high school players in Michigan. Losing him, really, it hurt because the guy was a highly rated guy, but he probably got more money going somewhere else. They redshirted him because he was only 315, and they were trying to put weight on him. He's a big 6'7" guy, and he was a 4-star, and we lost him. So, that sucks. Wilberly, I'm still interested to see if we're going to have 2 centers because you need a backup center. So we got 2 centers. We got Colton Price and Evan Wilberly from Western Kentucky. We're good at center. Okay, that's one position. We got it. Tight end. I think we got Rodriguez. They said Skinner's going to play. The key was keeping Rodriguez. Wildcat. Lance just heard committed. Rodriguez is huge. Who committed Wildcat? Who committed? Lance. Which Lance? What are we talking about? Just committed. Okay, well, let's see. I'm going to see. Let me look that up real quick. I will have to get off here and post that when we're done. Lance. Okay, need offensive. Yeah, we need offensive linemen. We need wide receivers. That's what we need. Okay. Well, hey, we're probably going to see a lot of commitments, guys. A lot of commitments. No. What are we doing? So yeah, we need a lot of positions. Oh, the tackle. Oh, where's he from? Tennessee? Is he saying from Tennessee? Where's he from? South Carolina? Oh, Tennessee. from Tennessee to Kentucky. Well, there you go. As this guy played, was he a starter? Okay, well that helps because we didn't have any tackles and guards. Yeah, yeah, we need tackles and guards. That's what we need. Okay, well, good. If he was a starter or played at all, number 20 in the portal. Oh, so this is a high school player. No, this is his final year of college eligibility. Okay, my bad. I'm reading. Okay, yeah, I will put this out when we get off of here. Okay, so he played. All right, good. Huge commitment. Yeah, any offensive lineman or wide receiver right now is a huge commitment. Okay, I wonder how much. I'll have to look his stats up and see how much he played. But if he was a starter, then good. Okay, so look, we're going to get guys. We got till next Saturday at midnight. This week, you're going to see it in play. We're going to see Oregon. We're going to see several. We'll see if the backup quarterback comes that they said KSR said is not going to come. Novosad. Let's see if he comes. We still need two quarterbacks. Okay. Let's see if Novosad comes. Portal ends January 16th. Yep. Yep. Julie the 16th, which is next Saturday, right? So, or Friday night or Saturday, whichever day that is. So yeah, I think Saturday at midnight or Friday at midnight. You gotta. That's it. So we got a lot of checkbooks, a lot of checks to write. Print those checks up, guys. Keep printing them. We've been going an hour. I'm Tom. This is Kentucky Football Nation. If you're new, welcome. Please hit that subscribe button. We do lives. We're going to talk about basketball, but right now, football is way more fun to talk about than basketball because we know what we got in basketball. What's up, CJ? Sam Levitt extended his stay to Tennessee. Well, then you know what? Now, didn't they rule that what's his name can come back? Tennessee's quarterback, Aguilar. So I don't know what's going to happen there, but Levitt, hey, he's going to get a lot of money. I knew we weren't going to get him because he's going to ask for a lot of money. You know, you either got him the first day or you let him go. Brian Murphy. Oh, well, thank you, Brian. I appreciate that. I try hard. Lance is a 4-star transfer portal. Is that what you're telling me? Okay, Ronnie. I don't know. I couldn't understand. Okay. So he hadn't played. Okay. So once again, I like him, but we haven't played. So we don't have very many experienced offensive linemen right now. Now, perhaps we will get a few. Or look, we're just going to develop players. You're just going to have to give them time, guys. People are just going to have to give them. It's going to take 2 years. Yeah, I'm going to go nice and say at least 2 years before you start thinking about, oh, we're going to win 7 games. Or with that schedule we play, now, 8 SEC games in Louisville. Brom didn't lead Louisville, so Louisville's going to be good. Okay, we'll see. 6'6", 330. Okay, nice. Okay, once again, we got a lot of inexperienced offensive linemen. Wilberly can move from center to guard. Hell, move him. I mean, you need 2 centers anyway. He can move back over, but move him. Thank you. Yeah, hit the like button. Thank you, Kentucky Rick, Brian. Oh, thank you guys. I appreciate it. Look, I appreciate it. I'm not a monetized channel. I could monetize. I'm not going to monetize right now. So I've been a channels. I started in March. So I appreciate everybody that's joined. I thought a football channel would not. I was like, well, I don't know if the football channel is going to work, but I'm going to try it. And so far, it's worked. Look, people in Kentucky love football. I tell people in India, Notre Dame, look, we love football too. We just won't commit to it. I mean, people love football. If you love football, you love the sport, right? So we want to be good in football. We just, we have the ability. I just don't think we have, I just don't think we're going to do it. So more football fans than you think. Yeah, I agree, Brian. There's a lot, man. Because I was like, I don't know if nobody's got a dedicated football channel. My wife was like, what are you doing? Why don't you do a basketball channel? Well, if I did a basketball channel, I'd be like everybody else. Okay, yeah, it would be great. I thought it would be. Yeah, it'd be all sunshine. Well, not this year. I picked the right one to do this year because I thought when Stoops got fired, oh, this is going to go south. But no, it actually didn't. So, but yes, football. We love football here. But the university would have, like I said, it's going to be up to the university what they do. I'm just going to tell you right now, in my opinion, if you try to be good in 2 sports, you're going to be average in both. So, our host got hooked. Oh, well, thank you, Julie. Look, I just curse. Sometimes I'll curse. Look, I'm just a fan like you are. When you come in here, you can say whatever you want. This channel's about you guys. I'm just on here with the camera on. I'll just say sometimes stupid shit anyway. Is my cat opening the door back there? Close that door. Thank you. Lance, third team All SEC from Tennessee. Yeah, Chester, we just said that. Yep. Willock, look. He hadn't played much, but that's okay. A good one to go all in. Yeah, that's a good one, George. Right? Yep. That's a. I'm sure he cost us a little money. So yeah, we're building. Don't get your hopes up for the first year. I don't care what any channel tells you. I don't give a damn what. Look, it's going to take time to build this football team. We lost a lot of players. Okay, we're starting. It's not a rebuild, it's a build. We need to build the foundation. This isn't going to be like Indiana. They caught lightning in a bottle and they turned their shit around just like that. We're not going to do that. Our basketball team is 22. We're not going to just abandon basketball like they did. I say abandon. They did it. They tolerated the abandonment. What's up, Christopher? Chester, 13 I'll say C. If CJ's still in here, CJ Green, Sam Green's brother, tell your brother, man, we're glad he stayed. Man, please don't let Sam Green leave. He's going to be good. I'm telling you right now, Sam Green's going to be a good linebacker. There's only two dedicated linebackers in the 4-2-5. If you've not seen my video in my archive on the 4-2-5, I do my best. I'm not Van Hiles. If you really want to know football, go to Van Hiles or the Locker 411 with Van Hiles and Anthony White. Those guys know football. Driving with Styles is Van Hiles' channel. And those guys play. They know the game. I'm just a fan like you are. I'm trying to figure out what's a 4-2-5? What's a rover? What's this? We're going to run an outside zone. I've got some Will Stein videos on. Our run game is going to be outside zone run, probably, because that's what he ran at UT San Antonio in Oregon. So I tell you about the outside zone run that we're going to run. So, yeah, I try to do what I can. Yeah, we love Sam Green. Hardy is a stud. Freshman wide receiver. Do we have a freshman wide receiver named Hardy? Did I miss somebody? You mean from high school? Do we? If we do, I didn't know we had. But maybe we do. Because if we just got to be me, we have a Darby kid that's a stud. That's a 4-star that we flipped from LSU. So we have one high school player. Dickerson. Yeah, we lost Dickerson. Dallas Dickerson decommitted. Yeah, surprised me too. That Ty Bryant stayed. Now, CJ, that's what I'm talking about. He's going to be the rover. He's going to be the rover back there the guy back there that's the nickel back rover hybrid position. So, yeah, I mean, he's going to be Alex Safari. He's going to be the guy that makes a lot of tackles. Yeah, Lance signed the offensive tackle from Tennessee. Hasn't really played, but we'll take him. Dickerson as a signed player. Well, they announced that KSR and Kentucky announced he decommitted. I put that out. If you go back to my post, it was last week. They said that sometimes 247 Sports and Kentucky thing doesn't match up because I didn't know Quisenberry left. I didn't see that announced, but no, KSR reported that he decommitted. So went to Georgia. Benjamin Bush said he went to Georgia. Okay, Georgia, Georgia lost a lot of people. I'm going to talk to Randy from that F and Dogs podcast. Kirby Smart, because it says Georgia, Indiana. People's going to come after their players because they played at Indiana. So that's now Indiana's got to put even more money because everybody with the name George that played for Georgia, he lost like 12 people, and they left because they can get more money because they were back up at Georgia. When you're back up at Georgia, now when you're back up at IU, you can go start. So see, the money game keeps on going. Money game keeps on going. So Chester, he started 24 games. Okay, now it's okay. I got 2 reports on Hardy. If he played, fine. I thought he did too. Somebody said he didn't. I don't know if he played. Wildcats, you'll have to tell me if he played or not. Okay, good. If he's a starter, then good. That's even better. Whatever we paid him. Josh, if he played for Josh Heupel and he's an offensive player, probably pretty good. We got 2 of their offensive linemen, so good. If he played for Josh Heupel, I like Josh Heupel. It was a good piece. Well, good. Okay, well then I stand corrected. He played. There you go. Whatever the report is, I'll get off of here and post that in a little while. We've been going an hour. Wow, I can't believe it. I'm Tom. This is Kentucky Football Nation. If you're in here, we're just talking. We'll talk about anything. If you want to talk about basketball, we can talk about it. We'll talk about Indiana's doing great. Probably going to win that game. Going to make a lot of people happy. Great story. Change the way it's going to change the way college football teams are run. Those people are going to be getting players out of the portal instead of high school players. So, Ronnie, thank you, Robert. Thanks for coming in, Ronnie. CJ, I like Miami a lot. I do too. I think Miami's defense can stop their offense a little better than anybody else has. I just don't know if Miami's offense can outscore Indiana's offense. I think Indiana will still win the game, but it actually might cover the point spread. Maybe. If we should talk basketball, Julie said. I don't know. Malachi, Tony, man, yes. Oh. I'm a Florida, but Miami pulling for IU. Well, good. Yeah, I mean, look, IU would be the story, okay? And that would make college football, okay, I'm not saying games are fixed or referees give calls, but look, everybody wants, except for Miami fans, most everybody wants Indiana to win. So, and the Ole Miss play, look, I don't know if that was it pass interference at the end of the Miami game. Yes. Were there people? If you look at the whole end zone, everybody was pushing everybody. So I don't know about that last call. I came to BBN, CJ. If only came to BBN. Well, I wish, CJ. But look, that'd be great. We need players. We need players in basketball too. We don't have any players for basketball next year. So, I mean, it looks bad. It looks bleak in basketball. So, I'm hearing that Diabate might leave. So we're going to lose Jack. But if we lose Diabate, which I don't know, he's getting paid a lot of money. I don't think he'll leave. So, yeah. We just panicked and overpaid some people. It was a mistake, Like somebody pointed this out on KSR about Mark Pope. He made better decisions on the roster when he only had 2 or 3 weeks to put one together. But when he had a whole year to put one together, he overthought it. I think that's a fair point. He overthought the roster. So we are where we are. Be a great replacement, man, Gary. I don't even know, Gary. I don't even know who we would even begin. I don't know who one would want to come here. A lot of coaches won't even touch us because it's Nate Oates won't come here. I thought Nate Oates would be great here. Bruce Pearl's not going to lead the Republican Party, guys. They gave him a sweet deal. He's going to be really, really rich being a Republican down in Alabama. So we ain't getting Bruce Pearl. People keep saying he ain't coming out of politics. He would have stayed at Auburn. They would have paid him whatever he wanted. So I don't know who the next coach is. What are we saying? Otega Owe gets too much money. CJ. Yeah, I mean, I think he's getting $2 million or whatever too. I mean, he gets paid a lot, but you know what? He wasn't ever going to be a 3-point shooter. He can't be your number one offensive player. Okay, he has to be a second or third guy. If he has to be your number one scorer, he's just not good enough of a jump shooter to do it. He's a streaky shooter from the outside. Now he can drive to the basket, but they know his game, and they're not going to let him drive to the basket. I wouldn't. I don't know who would replace Pope. I think it's time to start thinking about it because look, there's a lot of pressure. But yeah, I don't know. Otega Owe. I feel there's only 2 guys that can get more than 10 points. Owe and Jalen Lowe. Other than that, we don't have anybody who can consistently get 10 points. I mean, guys, come on. We can't beat people by scoring 65, 70 points. If you can't score 80 points, you ain't going to win. You're not going to win the way the rules are, the way the game is played. You're going to play Michigan, you're going to play Arizona and think you're going to hold them to 70 points? Not happening. It's just offense. I mean, look, let's see what happens. We're going to look, here's what's going to happen. Let me make a prediction because Matt Jones has already said this. I hope this does not come true. We're going to throw even more money at basketball, trying to buy players because we can't get any high school players to come here. That's going to take away from, all that money gets divided between 5 sports: women's basketball, volleyball, baseball, men's football, basketball. That has to be. Look, they're not going to spend a lot of money on baseball, and I get it. Women's basketball. Well, they spent some money on women's basketball, but look, all that money, even though it's a lot of money, I mean, it's just going to be hard if we start throwing there saying we're going to throw money at a point guard. And look, if we start throwing money at the basketball roster, it's going to take away from the football roster. It's just simple math. I mean, I don't know what to say. Nitpick, but Lance heard he played a lot. Okay, good. All right, good. All right, I hope he played a lot. Okay, good. Well, hell, we'll just look before I get off. I got a phone. Let's see. What's this guy's name? Lance Hurd. Well, let's just look him up right now. Lance Hurd, ESPN. Lance. Let's just look at his stats. Football player. Yeah, stats. Let's just look how many games he started. Here we go. Okay, here he is. Offensive lineman. Junior. So he has played. Junior. 6'6". Okay. All right. Okay. It doesn't say how many games he played. All right, how was the game? Okay, well, he's a junior, so he's played. Okay, good. Big boy. Is he a tackle? It doesn't say if he's got to be a tackle or a guard, because God knows we don't have tackles or guards. So yeah, whoever he is, he's good. Okay, so he's from Louisiana and he's a junior. So he's got 2 more years left, or maybe 1 more year. Whatever, we'll take him. Ortega needs teammates. Yes, he does, Julie. Benjamin, all schools are going to have to decide what programs to support in rev sharing. I agree, Benjamin. Indiana, the formula is Indiana took the basketball and put it under football and is tolerating it. And I didn't think that would happen. I never thought it would happen. If it can happen here, it can happen with us. The question is, will our fan base tolerate that? We have so many people that don't like football. I got friends that don't even watch UK football. It's just it's something to look at till we get to basketball. I just don't know if our school or university would ever put football first. We need to do that. Football first campaign. I need a slogan. I got Feed the Studs. Well, I got it downstairs. Football first. That's what we need to do. Instead of America first, football first. UK. That's our new slogan. All right. We all came up with it. Hashtag football first. I don't even have Twitter. I'm only on YouTube, by the way. Somebody start that. You'll make a lot of money. Hashtag football first. That's what I need to do. CJ played all 75 offensive snaps. Good. Highest. He graded as the highest blocking grade. Good. Okay, 77%. Damn, he's good. Okay, left tackle. Okay, well, we need a left tackle. Okay, well, there's your stud right there. I'm gonna have to put that out. Okay, I don't care what we paid him. You can't get your quarterback killed. You need a left tackle. So yeah. All right, good. I love football more than basketball. A lot of people do right now, George. I think a lot of people like just thinking about football. I try and be funny, Julie. Yeah. Feed the studs. That's right. Football first. We need to come up with football first. We can't say make football great again, not trying to be political, because we were never great in the first place. Unless we go back to like 1951. I don't think any of us were alive. I might have been alive, but yeah, we need to come up with some sort of slogan. And we need to march around every basketball game, Julie. What we'll do is we'll picket Rupp Arena and football first and just picket and just march up and down every basketball game at Rupp Arena. And then we'll be on TV. And yeah, so I don't know. I don't think that would work, but I don't think Mitch Barnhart, you have to email him. So we have to email Mitch Barnhart. Matt Jones says he only answers emails. So we got to everybody email Mitch Barnhart football first. Just put that in the heading and then he won't read it. So Chester Pope had a fat wallet. Yep. Yeah. He overthought it. Look, he overthought it. He did a better job last year when he had about 3 weeks to put a roster together than he did when he had a whole year, because he looks at numbers. And I get metrics, but you cannot live your life or unless you're at NASA, you can't go strictly by numbers. Okay. Make Kentucky bowl eligible again. That's a good one, Jake. Well, we'd have to make football bowl eligible again. That's a good one. Yeah. Football first, make us bowl eligible again. Yeah. So I don't know, guys. Look, Mark Pope he's losing the team. Okay, before I get off here, if we lose tonight, guys, it's just not gonna go well. It's just gonna be the lost season. I mean, if we lose tonight, I don't think he can take it. I don't know if he can mentally take what's gonna happen if we don't make the tournament. I just don't think he can take it. Now I wouldn't leave. He's still got what 3 more years at $5 million. He's still got $15 million more, I think, or whatever. But yeah, he's not going to walk. He's not going to leave just to walk out. They'd have to make some deal with him like they did Mark Stoops, and then we'd owe somebody else money, and then we'd be hard to get another basketball coach because we're still paying Stoops and we still be playing Mark Pope. You can't keep firing your coaches and try and be good at sports and keep shelling out money. So I don't have an answer, guys. What's up, Bri? Honestly, Barnhart needs to go. Well, look, it ain't just him. It's, the rev share people have a board, and then the university has a board that's over him. There's so many people involved other than him. But yeah, he probably is not going to go now just out of being stubborn, Matt Jones said. Yeah, he fought NIL forever. That was stupid. Yeah, he fought the beer. I mean, come on, man. Don't put your personal beliefs in on business, okay? Business is business. It's not personal, right? Except with him. Anyway, CJ, tell your brother that we're going to be watching him, man. If I ever get some software and ever have a guest on here, I don't think he's allowed to come on here since he's a football player. But I would try to. I think the dads can come on, but the players can't come on. That's part of the JMI thing. So he couldn't come on my. We couldn't I don't think we could have Sam Green on here. So Barnhart was retiring. Well, Wildcat highlights. He might be retiring. He didn't say when he's retiring. So yeah, he's retired eventually. But now he might go another year. Might go another 2 years. So yeah, he was a good call on Will Stein. Okay, good call on Will Stein. We think. Look, Will Stein's never been a head coach, guys. So let's pump the brakes, and we're going to be Oregon. Look, I'm all for that, and maybe we will be, but maybe we won't be. Okay, we don't know. It's an unknown. Set him up to win. If we set him up to win, he'll win. If we set him up to fail, he'll probably fail. Right? So it's his job to put together a staff. This is his first job. Good luck. It was Mark Stoops' first job, and it worked out, winningest coach in our history. So why can't it work out for Will Stein? It can. Will it? We're going to find out. We're going to cover every bit of it. All right, guys. Well, look, I will get off here. I work a 24-hour shift tomorrow. I will not come on here tomorrow. I normally do a Sunday Night Live, but I will be at work tomorrow. So I wanted to hop on here before the basketball game. And look, let's get some players. We just landed a hell of an offensive lineman from Tennessee. We needed a left tackle. Now we need a right tackle and a couple of guards. And we got 2 centers and a left tackle. Okay. We're getting there. All right. And I take that back. We got some other people who haven't played. So yeah. But we need some more offensive linemen. Got to have backup. So we'll see. I'm ready for the why. Yeah, CJ. Listen, I'm hoping Oregon. Yeah, I hope if it comes up, boom, 4. I'll take. How many you got? That little running back they got, I really like that guy. We ain't gonna get him. We need wide receivers. Yes. Before I get off here, we need a lot of wide receivers. You realize we only have about 3 or 4 wide receivers that have any experience. DJ Miller and this kid we signed from UAB, who's not that good, and a freshman. And okay, yeah, but we have Rodriguez. Rodriguez is a wide receiver, guys. Remember that. Boyer. I haven't heard of Boyer's left. Before I get off there, anybody heard anything about Boyer? If he's still here, he's a big dude. I don't know if he was a senior or not. Maybe he was a senior. I don't know. I thought he had another year left. So yeah, we got Skinner. We got Rodriguez. The tight end is a receiver, guys. He's not a tight end, not a traditional one. Their tight end led the team in receptions. Okay, I knew Rodriguez was not going to leave. Feel about the new running backs. I don't know, Jake. If this guy isn't hurt, okay. The new running back that we have from Oklahoma. What is his name? That I keep up everybody's name. His name is Javante Barnes. He didn't play last year because he had a foot injury. If his foot is healed, he's good. If his injuries are healed, then yeah, he's a good back. So yeah, I like that guy. But we lost Dante Dowdell. So all we have is Patterson and this guy Barnes. So we got to get a running back. We got to have wide receivers, running back, and offensive linemen. Other than that, we're in great shape. I feel like John McCabe, where you go, or from Tampa Bay. Landing with Tampa Bay couldn't win a game. Yeah. So we landed the Bama running back. No, he's visiting. He's visiting. He's visiting. If we write a big enough check, we will probably land him. So yeah, expect that because we need one. But no, I don't know what we played for the Oklahoma. I said Oklahoma. Yes, Oklahoma. Javante Barnes. Yes, Barnes. I don't know what we paid for him, but he's a good back if he's healthy. But no, we have not signed the Bama guy yet. Dowdell. Well, Dowdell played in Oregon. That's what I liked. As he played at Oregon. He popped off two big runs, two 70-yard runs. So, he would have been good. I don't know why he left. Maybe, he played at Oregon. I thought, well, damn, he played in this system, right? Made a mistake. But he didn't. Bree, yes. Baxter would be great for Minchie. Yeah, any running back right now. We've only got two. We need four. Kentucky Rick, don't forget to support your Lady Cats. Oh, okay. Big game. All right. Go Lady Cats on Sunday. All right, guys. Everybody go watch Mississippi State. Look, we should win this game. They're offensively challenged and they foul a lot. But they are 2-0. They were picked to come in last. They're 2-0. We're 0-2. I bet the plus 11.5 for them to cover it, even though I think we're going to win. So see you, CJ. Look, everybody. I'll probably be back on Monday night because we're going to get a lot of players. So what do I work Saturday, Monday? No, Sunday, Tuesday. So I'll be back on Monday night, and then I'll be off Wednesday to the end of the portal. Look, we'll come on. And we'll keep each other updated. We'll talk about basketball if you want to. Let's see, Mark Pope, man, treading water, dude, treading water. Come on, man. We'll see. Yeah, thanks for coming on, everybody, and thanks to me for. Oh, I enjoyed it. So look, Will Stein, get in here, brother. Let's go get that team together. Big Tennessee guy just signed. Great offensive lineman, left tackle. That's what we needed. Write the check, dear Mitch Barnhart. Write the checks. Just write the checks. All right, guys. I'll see you on Monday. Go Cats.